testing. I want the questions to be good, fresh, organic. I'm not going to share the questions with you until it's time.
Well, when will I know it's time? I mean, am I going to know?
Whenever you start this.
You're on.
Okay, thank you, honey. First of all, I'd like to say my name is Frances Seneca. Thank you for having me. I am not a professional. So I just don't know what I'm doing. But hopefully this will, definitely be a good resource, entertaining.
You've already succeeded in that, baby.
Happy Easter. We're doing this on Easter. We just had a wonderful Easter meal. Hope everybody's having a great Easter. Staying safe. Love y'all. And yeah, definitely. So I'm going to turn it back over to Michael because, again, I'm not the professional with
turning
this
it over. We just started. What do you mean turning it over? What the heck are you turning over again? There's no again here. We're rolling, baby.
Okay. Well, I am going to turn it over to him to see if he wants to start in any way. Or, I've got 3 questions today that I love asking. Some of them I haven't asked before. So I think it'll be exciting to hear what Michael says.
Thank you, baby. God, what an intro. So to say that I'm excited, we've done this numerous times, but not in a long time. And so can we first start talking about this dress? Because you look amazing. Do you mind if we start with that? Because I've not seen this dress before. You kind of were you waiting for me to interview you because you're unleashing this on me, right?
I was not waiting for the interview.
What were you waiting for?
A special occasion.
Okay. Well, it looks amazing.
Thank you.
You look incredible.
Thank you. It is new. I will explain where I got it because it wasn't very nice to get it. It was right before all the virus hit. Mm-hmm. And I kept getting an email over and over again from White House Black Market. And it was crazy. I will just go ahead and tell the price, even though I normally don't do it. It was like $30.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, okay, I love this green dress. It's $30. It would normally be over $100. I'm getting it. So,
and we all know that you're a really good online shopper, right?
I am not a good.
Okay, that was sarcasm, baby. For those,
I like to try things on, very old fashioned that way. And then I was like, I'm just gonna take a chance. It's $30. How can that hurt?
It doesn't hurt. Actually, it helps. I don't want to spend too much time. Can we get into the teaser that you led with? What the hell are these 3 questions? Let's get to it. I don't think people...
we're just going to go
for it. I want to know what you got.
Okay, so I wanted to ask, because I know a lot of people are curious about your work. What does he do? So I'd like to know, what is Michael, your favorite psychotechnology that you have created?
Well, what I use most often, it runs in the background. It's called Thriveapeutics. That's the granddaddy of them all. That's what houses everything, Catalyst and Greaterness Coaching. I think I like Greaterness Coaching a lot because it is an application of the concepts, of the ideas, and it is about being solution focused and all of that. And I do see that no one else is really doing that, not just not calling it Greaterness Coaching, but even being solution focused, and where we know the quality of the questions are a lot more important than me providing answers. So I love that I spent my time in just coming up with greater questions for each individual emerging sovereign to answer. So I would say Greaterness Coaching, but I have to give a shout out to Successions because of the Sanctification 7 that's within it. And it's just game changing. So
can you give just maybe some examples?
I use it everywhere, baby. And the example is in how profound my results are, and how quickly, and how people right away go, oh my God, that was amazing. You just cut through 10 years of therapy or something like that. So, and that happens over and over again. Any one example, I had 2 new people this week. Does that even matter? The storylines of being able to validate someone's experience and not make it inaccurate or wrong, and to be able to say, if that is your experience, that's enough. If that's the way you're interpreting it, then that's true. And for instance, if you're beating yourself up, well, then there must be a reason why you're beating yourself up. It must be a very good reason for you to be beating yourself up. What is that? And for a lot of people, they would say, well, I'm beating myself up because I'm doing blah, 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 blah. And then I would offer from a Thrivapeutic greaterness coaching succession sanctification model, I would offer, well, have you ever considered that it's happening for you and not to you? And the fact that it's persistent is because you have specific calls to answer that otherwise you haven't been calling. And I promise you, you're not deficient in beating yourself up. What you're deficient in is in something that you're not even looking at. And people are like, oh my God. And then by doing that, or even considering that what I'm saying might be true, it doesn't even have to be true, just that the participant would even consider the possibility that it might be true. It gives them the ability to be more gentle with themselves, which lets them function more optimally rather than when they're beating themselves up. People don't function well when they're beating themselves up because they're not in an optimal mindset because they're beating themselves up. So the idea of just getting people to consider that there may be a reason puts them on solid ground or higher ground. And that's all I want to be able to do, is to help people function at their highest.
Okay, I love that. I'm going to tell you what I love about that. And
Tell me.
one of my favorite things that you always say, because it's so real. It's happening for you, not to you.
Absolutely. I wish I could take credit for that. That's one of those that I've borrowed. That's not mine.
Okay.
I did not make, I don't know where I got it from, but that's one of the few things that I did not necessarily create. I think I heard that years ago and it just was not allowed to leave. That was one of those, oh, that's a forever thing.
Yeah, it's just now coming out. I haven't heard it a lot, but it's coming out there because I can't remember where I heard it, but it was definitely from you first.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody mentioned it, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
It is very cool.
It works.
I have no problem borrowing material that I can check through and go, okay, that's a keeper.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
So was that question number one?
Yes.
And there's two more?
There is.
Well, listen, I have to ask you this.
Okay.
Where did that laugh come from? No, that's not the question. That's a great question. But the way you just stopped and looked, that was absolutely precious. This is what I want the world to see, is what I live with. Because I don't
have
think people...
no idea what you're talking about either.
Because you don't know what's coming, but you just stopped. And then in the stopping, you just started laughing. And this is what I want the world to see. This is what it's like. I mean, this is not just because I'm rolling. This is what wait, baby, I got to tell you something right now. Hold on 1 second. And you're like, yeah, that. And anybody who knows you and loves you know that's just it's a Frances thing. I know that all the people that work with you, my sister out there, it's just, it is what it is. But what I'm trying to say, I fucking love you. I love you for doing this. I thought we
weren't gonna cuss.
Oh, okay. Well, can I just do that? I mean,
I love it. I love it.
I was thinking we weren't going to get too sexual. I mean, I think you.
No, that's not
good,
this one.
Good. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Now there's people like, oh, she's been sexual before?
I fucking love you.
All right. Oh, okay. That's awesome.
That's the only two FUCKs.
All right. Cool. Fucking love you. All right. So what's question number 2?
I have to ask this because it's what we're going through now. And I would want to know what's your biggest challenge, helping with the virus or talking about the virus. What is your biggest challenge? Not your clients, but what is yours?
I'm going to get emotional here, man. You're going to get me. Wow. I can't believe it. Whew. Baby. It's finding my place in validating someone's experience who's going through what they're going through because it's so difficult, because life is so hard, and also holding a higher place that they can hang on to. And it's hard to know when to zig, when to zag. If I just do it philosophically, I'm lost. And I really don't know where that line is between being absolutely 100% compassionate and validating someone's fear and concerns and just lostness versus holding something higher for them to grab onto. Because I don't want to invalidate someone's experience either, even though I do have some amazing work and some amazing resources for them. It doesn't necessarily mean it's appropriate, and let me just tell you, baby, life is hard, and I'm really struggling with that. Like right now, I mean, me personally, I do a pretty good job with it, and you know that. But as far as being a lover of a person's process and where they are, and to be honoring of someone's suffering without taking them out of their suffering, because it's an important part of their process, and helping them suffer is probably the most difficult part of my job. And there's so many people right now that are at different levels and different places, and I can't always offer the highest summit of a solution or a perspective, because actually it would be disrespectful to their process. And that's a hard thing. No human being wants to, quote unquote, play God or be the person that have that much power. And it's difficult to watch people suffer, like my sister, Donna, where she's in. And it's very, very hard to be empathetic for her, and yet that's necessary. And so I suffer greatly for her, with her. And do I have ideas to share? Absolutely. Would I share them? No fucking way. It would not be loving. Now, because she's my sister, that's an easy piece for me. But it's the people that cause me the emotions when I really don't know when to zig and when to zag and how to handle that. And here's the emotion again. I don't think people realize how difficult and how seriously I take that. And like, I'm not going to do it for people. I'm really not. I mean, I'll provide answers if you're really ready to hear them. And that's a lot to put on me. Like, are they ready to hear that? That's a lot. And, for the most part, I do pretty well with it. I'm not perfect. I'm getting better at it. But that's the most difficult part, because right now, this is a very difficult time for a lot of people. And I'm seeing a lot of people and a wide variety of people, and they're all at different places. So what worked in one session, no matter how amazing it was, is not necessarily appropriate in another session. Certainly isn't loving or honoring or respective. And that puts a lot on me. And I'm not hard on myself. Don't make it sound like it's hard. I mean, I do it effortlessly. What I do it well. But you're asking. And so, I'm acknowledging how difficult it is, though at the time, it doesn't cause me tears at the time, because I just go with it. It's okay. But right now, as you're asking, oh my God, it's like, whew, talk about true confessions and just putting that out.
Almost feels like the weight of the world.
Well, it does. I mean, I've never really checked it in myself. I mean, that's the problem. These tears wouldn't be happening if this was something that I actually thought about. And then as soon as you asked me, I knew what the answer was. And now I'm processing my own answer that I've obviously never really processed before or considered, Well,
good. I'm glad. This is very healthy for you.
It is very healthy.
You're welcome.
Okay. Well, I need a tissue. Hold on.
Now I can get up and go to the bathroom and get a tissue.
You just keep talking. Talk to the people.
No.
You talk. Look at the camera and say whatever you want to say. Go ahead.
That's not a good idea.
Go ahead.
No, it's not. No, baby, you can cut this part out.
Say it.
No, I don't have anything.
Cut this part out. I'm not cutting it out.
Again, I am not the professional.
Oh my God. Well, neither am I.
Nor do I want to be.
If I was such a professional, would I be bawling my eyes out? Let me ask you. Huh?
Yes, because you're human.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's going to put... Okay, I'll talk about something.
Okay, talk about something. I'm choking here.
How many times do we say, be human, do not do not lose your humanity, because that's what people need right now.
Okay.
And I see it for 8 hours every day at home, on the phone, over emails. It's real. Let's keep it real. That's all I say. Keep it real. Time is short. This life is short. Enjoy it. Be grateful. All of that. It's the basics. And we live that. But it's like, it's true now. It's slapping us in the face. So,
wow.
Yeah.
All right, well, moving right along. Apparently, there's a
the
third question in the hopper?
That was the second question.
Okay.
Okay, so the third question, I love it because it's kind of vague. But if you could do anything right now, what would you do?
Wow. Anything.
Anything.
Like anything.
Anything.
Well, can I bring Allison and my parents back and spend time with them?
Sure.
Okay, then that's got to be hands down. I mean, my God, to have a moment with Allison and just talk with her and just to be able to give her the husband that I am for you, because she never had this man, because I grew and emerged, and it's my greatest regret. So to be able to say thank you 1,000 times and love you and how you doing, and, you know, and thank you for Frances, because I know that you have a hand in this. There's no way I'm going to pretend that you didn't have something to do with her being in my life, because it just fits too well. And then to spend time with my parents again. I mean, there's no doubt that would be it. You know, how many times, I mean, when I dream of them, it's so amazing, whether I dream of Allison or my mother or my father or whatever, just to have that depth of connection and go like, oh my God, I so needed that. Thank you, dream world, for knowing how much I needed that to be with them again. So, I mean, everything else after that is so friggin' secondary and minute, but my love for those people are infinite and forever. And, you know, just to spend time with them again in the dream world is the most valuable thing that I have at this point in my life.
That's a great answer.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it on a more realistic.
Oh, I didn't know if this was in the fantasy world.
No, you were on a roll. I wanted you to have that, but
right.
more realistic.
Okay,
not
could you
the
ask again then?
world.
Can you ask me again? All right. But that was an important answer for
Right,
me.
because we're locked in right now. It was kind of more into, you know, we're locked in right now. What is the biggest thing you miss? Or again, what would you want to do right now? What is the biggest thing that you miss?
It's being with people. I mean, hugs. Oh my God, I'm getting emotional again. You know, the people that I work with. I mean, I love working with them on the phone. It's wonderful, but I miss their hugs. I miss sitting with them. I mean, it's people. It's not even close, you know. It's just like, it seems so minute, and it's nice to like FaceTime someone or even talk on the phone. But man, a hug, you know, it's the same answer. Mm-hmm. You know, you're asking me, like my first answer is with people that transitioned. To be with them again. And now my answer is to be with people who are here that are all hunkering down, like, you know. And let me say that hunkering down with you is the best way of hunkering down on the planet. If a man's got to hunker down, then hunkering down with you is not a bad place to be. So
thank you.
Well, it's true. Well, you kind of know what our repertoire consists of. Well, thank you. Thank you. So do I get to ask you questions now? I don't have any written, but can I ask you questions?
Depending on what the question is.
Okay, well, you have my permission to go pass. Okay. So what's it like being married to me? And I don't mean the good stuff. I'm talking about, like, you know, really, because I think people want to know there's got to be some downside about being married to Dr. Michael and all of his.
Are you wanting me to focus on the downside?
No, I guess I don't. I really don't. Thank you. Thanks. Oh my God. How is that, huh? Holy jeez, is she good or what? All right. So then whatever you want, what's it like? No, because I honestly am trying to ask for people that I think are watching this video. It's a question I ask almost every time.
I know, and everybody always asks me.
Well, I think it is. I think it's true. I think that, you know, and I honestly can feel for people because, look, if you do the kind of work that I do and you work at the level that I work, it does seem like greater than life. And I get that because I know that I'm providing answers that a lot of people, or perspectives that most people, the ordinary people convention, doesn't touch. And so it is curious to be like, so what's it like to live with that? You know what I mean? And no, really, for somebody who can think like that or processes like that, and when it's organic for me to process the way I process, like the stuff that I talk in my greaterness coaching sessions are not like do as I say, not as I do. I live this stuff, and you know that. So what's it like?
So I think and this is off the top of my head too, but it's real, is that a lot of people need to realize that I'm not a client. Mm-hmm. I'm the wife. We didn't meet that way. It's very romantic. He picked me up on the beach at Callaway Gardens, and I'm the wife. And it's not like a session 24/7. So, you know, that's a big point. Mm-hmm. And then is that about 98% of the time, which is a great score, it's amazing to be married to you.
Aww.
And I'm leaving off the 2% because You're not perfect.
Good. Good. Well, can I work on
But
99?
you're pretty damn close.
Can I work on getting to 99? What would I have to do to get to
2% is
What would I
a
have to do
big-
to get to 99%?
Yeah, 2%'s big.
Thank you, but let's
Yeah.
focus on solution focus.
Right,
So give us all give us
The solutions?
Yeah, what can
To
I do?
fix it?
Yeah, or get it better. Get that score up. Hey, look, I'm happy with 98.1. But if it can go to 99, let's do it. If I can go to 99.4, I'll do it.
That's a great question.
Thank you.
So I would say patience
Okay.
with me.
Oh, with you.
So
Would you like to give an example?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I can give plenty of examples.
And it's only 2%?
Yes.
Boy, that word, plenty
So-
examples, I tell you.
Certain times of the month,
Mm.
I get a little really, really blonde. Have a lot of blonde moments.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes he doesn't understand that.
Well, or how about
Or,
it's in a
please.
blind spot, or law of diminishing effects has allowed me to forget, and I am like deficient in remembering, and I need a little reminder.
Sure.
That too,
great.
but you're not a client.
But yes. So just that's about it. It's the small little times. And then I think we do a great job with space. And I would, that highly recommend that, we spend a lot of time with each other, but we also work a ton and we don't see each other that much, during the week. It's just for like when we get home at like 6:30 and on, and then, I fall asleep at 8:30. So
And she loves the blow 'em up movies. She loves like the Armageddon,
Yes,
zombie,
I do.
apocalypse, Hollywood blow 'em up. And I am just like, all right, I know. I'm giving you space organically.
big sci-fi fan.
Yes.
So, but that we respect each other. I think we do a great job with that. It might just be the little bit of the patience piece. When both of us get tired, we might be a little cranky. I mean, it's normal. So those are the only times that I see, that we need to work on. And of course, we're not perfect, and the solution is to, realize when we get in those moments, like, oh, this is a little light bulb goes on. Oh, crap, this is one of those moments.
Right.
Got it.
Got it.
Ding, ding, ding. I got it.
Yeah. Do you want to unpack that for people who don't get it? Because you just jumped all over the. I get what you're saying, but for the viewers, you want to unpack that?
Michael likes, certain things done a certain way, and I do too, but I forget about them. Now, let me ask you this. Can I give an example of something?
I think you should. Look, given your face, I would want to never disappoint my viewers. Please, I can't wait to hear the
So-
example myself.
Okay, here's one of those moments, and it just happened recently, and it has to do with opening up the cat food.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, now this.
Oh
this
my gosh.
Is this okay? Because
It's more than okay. No, I want to be exposed.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I hope that wasn't too loud.
No.
So anyway, Michael likes the cat food opened up in a certain way. And I already knew this. And it's like I don't like water, because it's definitely a balance. I don't like water on the counter. So, we work on that. He works on that for me. But sometimes he forgets. Okay, so I go to open up the cat food and he's not here. And I was having one of those moments. I forgot. So I opened it up too wide. And when you do that, the food goes everywhere when you try to pour it into the cat bowl.
It's not Virgo enough.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, we can that's a whole nother section. Virgo versus Gemini. Oh, my God. So I opened it up so wide, the food goes flying everywhere. And he has gotten home and seen and asked me about it. I went, oh, I did do that.
Married to a stranger. That's me. At that moment, and I'm like, baby, they eat
I
this.
forgot. I'm so sorry. I forgot. I'm so sorry. And I get what you're saying. I'm so sorry. I totally
How
forgot.
could you do that? You know this is important to me.
I know, but I forgot.
I know, but you know this is important to me. How could you forget?
I'm not perfect.
So I hope we role modeled that pretty well. That's a really great. That's a good analogy.
So that's just the small little things that'll just.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Yeah. I want my cats to have the most freshest food possible too. That was the explanation.
It's really very small.
It is.
We have a good time with it.
We really do.
Yes.
We really do.
So.
I don't want to ask you any more questions. Now. I'm scared. I'm scared you're gonna like bear my shit as much as you did that.
No, that's
Married
really
with
it. That's
a stranger.
what I'm saying.
No,
That's
I'm
it.
okay. I'm
That's
joking.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
joking. I absolutely love you. So thank you. I want to keep this short and sweet.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you, baby.
Thank you, baby.
Thanks for having me.
You have to buy another outfit because I love what you keep surprising me
I
with.
did buy another one.
You did?
I did.
So we'll have to do
it.
it.
It's like $38.
Oh my
And
God.
it's red.
Okay. Next time. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.